here today.
You guys good in the back?
Help today.
You're helping him? How y'all doing today? Good. Obviously, a big-time win on the road against the top 25 team. Proud of the guys, the way they played. I think they played good. I do think there's still, and this isn't coach talk, there's still a lot of room for improvement, in my opinion, on the defensive side of the ball. But the biggest thing I was most proud of is I thought this was, from an intensity and a focus standpoint, I thought this was our most complete game. I don't think there was ever a let up on the defensive side of the ball, throughout the night. And that's maybe the first time, one of the few times I've really felt that way walking off the field after a game this year. So proud of them from that standpoint, and proud of the work that they continue to put in to continue to get better. We just had a great practice, just came off the practice field, and a lot of intensity on both sides of the ball. So looking forward to Saturday versus a very quality opponent in Kentucky. And after that, I'll open it up.
Right before halftime, after on the scores, coming out of the break, it seemed like your guys responded well as well as never flinched. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, we went into halftime and I literally, on the grease board wrote down exactly what happened, and every single thing that happened had to do with us, not them. Had some bonehead penalties. Just every single thing that happened on that drive was preventable, and the guys, they responded, and they've done that all year. I really believe that, but having that breather right there before halftime. Obviously, we never want to let a team score in the middle eight, but I do feel like they responded, and you could see it in their eyes in halftime, especially when you explain to them why it happened. I think it clears it up in their mind.
Coach Rink was earlier today was talking about how you kept a lot of the calls and the terminology that they had in place last year, and that's really accelerated the improvement on the defense. Can you kind of expand on what some of that's looked like?
Really, we've done that mostly just with the front, with some of our stunts and everything else. Really outside of that, in this scheme, everything's kind of compartmentalized, so it's kind of hard to try to blend in name-wise what exactly we were doing. But I think from the front standpoint, and just some terms here and there, probably on the back end has probably helped accelerate it a little bit. But I think we do a good job as a staff putting things in buckets, and I think it helps simplify it in the kids' minds.
Coach, I think we saw I think it was Ennis Rakestraw and non-contact jersey. Is everything all right with him?
Yeah, it's precautionary. Just got a little banged up, but no, he's good to go.
What Martez tell the team before?
I wasn't in there. I usually walk out, probably about 8 minutes before the team takes the field, so I honestly don't have a clue. I heard it was good, but I really don't know.
Coach, you talked recently about sacks kind of being one of the only major areas you want to see some improvement. Was there anything schematically or personnel-wise that was different about the Carolina game, or was it just being dominant?
No, I think it was a style of game. I think we were playing with a lead, for one of the first times this year, and kind of forced them into throwing the ball, especially there in the fourth quarter. And a credit to the front. Well, whoever was being sent on the pressure, I thought they really did a good job winning their one-on-one battles. But I also think we got them in a drop-back passing game, and that helped. Again, that's what I said earlier in the year. Just the style of play, the style of game plans that we've played. We hadn't had a lot of opportunities, but our pass rush, our pressures have been there. So it's good to see it come to fruition. And obviously, Isaiah being named SEC Defensive Player, the Defensive Lineman of the Week is quite an accomplishment. So it was good to see.
How much of a difference does that make when the D-line can just pin its ears back and rush the passer rather than being worried about the run?
Yeah, I think, when they know, it's a high possibility of pass and they're able to do that, they're not converting run to pass. They're going pass to run. So, yeah, it definitely benefits them and allows them to pin their ears back from a mentality standpoint before the ball is ever snapped.
Coach Drink said that the team is now finally fully embraced that the defense is the better part of the team right now, and he said the offense and special teams kind of has to support that. What does that mean to you, and how has that mindset kind of helped this team in the last couple of weeks?
I think Saturday was a great team win. When you look at all three phases, I would say That's probably the most complete game that we've had. I don't know if it changes our mentality one way or another. I think that we've had the same mentality from week one is nameless, faceless opponent and put our best foot forward. I don't think it puts any more pressure, any more stress on us. Pressure is what you put on yourself, and that can be relieved from preparation. And our preparation, I think, has been really outstanding, and it's gotten better every single week. Last week was our best week of preparation, and I don't think it's a coincidence. We finally put together a 60-minute game from, again, an intensity and a focus standpoint. There's a lot of things we can improve at. We're far from a finished product, and our guys understand that. When we came in on Sunday and pointed out the things that we can get better at, we could have played a lot better on Saturday.
Blake, you've talked a little bit about Jalen Carnell's versatility in the past, and he has another fumble recovery against Carolina. In what ways have you seen him grow the most as a player this year?
Practice habits. That's something I've been hard on him, and the last 2 weeks he's starting to practice much better. Still has a ways to go, but I think he's maturing. I think he's understanding the importance of practice. The things I've been preaching to him till I'm blue in the face since I've been here, I think he's starting to take heed to that, and I think it's resulting into him getting more playing time and him playing better.
And what are some of those habits specifically?
Working harder. Going harder in practice, being more physical, not taking a play off. It's not any more complicated than that. He's as talented as a guy I've ever been around, and that's what I've told him. But the old cliche talent, it's great if you work hard, right? And his work habits have grown tremendously over the last couple weeks.
How big was Draden's interception there at the end for him?
It was huge. I think anytime you can make plays like that in critical situations, it's naturally going to boost your confidence. And he's made those plays for a long time out on the practice field. So for him to come out and make it in a critical time in a game and kind of seal the victory, really proud of him. Guy that's grown leaps and bounds, just learning the position, coming here as a quarterback, and to see his growth from spring ball to fall camp and throughout the season. He's been thrown out there throughout the season in critical, meaningful snaps, and for him to come down with that interception was really good to see, because he's earned it. He deserves it.
Blake, Coach Drink was talked earlier a little bit about DJ Coleman adjusting to a new level of competition coming out of Jackson State. Can you give us an idea what that process looks like with someone like DJ who maybe already had physical attributes but just had to step up to another level?
Yeah, I think it's kind of two-part. I think one thing is the mental side of it, not necessarily the scheme, but knowing you got to come to work every single day, and he does that. That's the one thing DJ Coleman has done since the first day he's been here. He comes to work every single day, hard hat mentality, physical player. I think that's been the key to him. There's days where he's come in my office and he's frustrated, and we talk through those moments, and to see him continue to grow. He's grown as much off the field as he's grown on the field, and he's grown a hell of a bunch on the field. So I'm so proud of him. I think it just comes down to the way he attacks every single day. He comes to work with a physical, and mental toughness, and it's paying off.
What do you make of this Kentucky offense that kind of been up and down a lot, but what do you have to be concerned about?
Physicality. That's a physical group, man. Their offensive line rolls off the ball. Their running backs are downhill. I think that's what gets them going, and obviously enough's been said about the quarterback. I mean, he's a tremendous talent, and they've got really good speed at the receiver position. But I think it stops and starts with their run game. I mean, they are as physical as the team as we've played all year, and we gotta pack our hard hat and go to work on Saturday, because I know they're going to. They're going to be excited. They're coming off a tough loss. I know they're going to look to rebound, so we gotta be able to bring our physicality to the forefront and get after them a little bit.
Is that run game and physicality, is that sort of unique to them in the SEC? I mean, they're cliches, they sort of play like a Big Ten team.
I mean, it's funny. I think this league in general is extremely physical. It's a line of scrimmage league, and this side of the league, to me, is very physical downhill running game. When you look at, I mean, you can name it on it, even, everyone wants to talk about Tennessee in their pass game. They rush for over 200 yards a game. I mean, they get after you in the run game. There's not a team on this side of the league that is not a physical downhill running game. So I don't think it's unique to this side of the league. I really don't. Really, the league in general, after being at LSU last year, it's the same thing in the SEC West. So, it's well documented about the players that go on to the NFL from this league. But when you look especially at the line of scrimmage, the SEC dominates. So I think you gotta. It's tough to win every week in this league, and I think it starts and stops with the trenches. I think if you can win those, you got a good chance to win the game.
I think Tyron Alper had a couple of key quarterback pressures, and Martez had that sack in the fourth quarter. What makes those guys effective blitzers, and what are some of the keys to getting those opportunities to scheme them up on the blitz?
Yeah, I think they're both relentless in their rush, but they both have a natural pass rush ability to them. They're both are slippery at the point of attack, but they're both physical enough to hold up in there on pass rushing situations as well. But yeah, we try to do a good job of getting those guys, letting them use their speed and agility and quickness against bigger, slower offensive linemen.
What do you kind of mean by slippery at the point of attack?
Just being able to kind of duck their shoulders, slip blocks, use their speed, use their leverage, use their quickness, and not get hung up on. That's what 330-pounders want you to do, is to get hung up on them. So we're trying to slip past them as much as possible when you're 200 pounds. So.
What have you seen from Isaiah McGuire in the last 3 weeks that's got him, racking up all these tackles for loss and sacks? Is there something different, or is he's just processing things better at this point in the season?
I think it's just been a product of the way he works. I don't think. I mean, to me, he's one of the hardest workers on the team. So he is. We always say in this defense, the offense decides who makes the tackle. So to me, it's just kind of running backs ending up in his gap, and he's made the plays all year long. So I guess it's just more opportunities. But I don't think he's changed anything. He's come to work every single day. Yeah, I can't. I mean, you'd have to ask him. I don't know if he's changed anything as far as his preparation or anything like that. But I think he's just being a product of his hard work, to be honest with you.
What's his work ethic and leadership look like in practice, too?
I think he's one of the hardest workers on our team. From a leadership standpoint, when he speaks, they listen, because he doesn't speak very often. He's really a quiet, lead by example kind of guy. But he comes to work every single day. He's physical. He doesn't let any of the accolades or any of the attention go to his head. He's the same guy every single day. He's very consistent, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He's one of our most consistent players on the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion.
Coach said that Cody Schrader is the tougher, or one of the toughest players on the team. He said, did you know that? When I told him about your comment about DJ Coleman last week,
Yeah.
Cody Schrader.
Oh, Cody Schrader! Hey, there ain't no denying Cody Schrader now. I'm on his bandwagon now too. He can keep running that ball, and he's. I'll be honest. It started to stand out to me at the end of spring. Just he's a load to tackle, man. He runs with authority, and he runs downhill, and he's a physical back. So I'm not gonna deny that. But I'd still take DJ Coleman in a back alley. Good.
think it's really a blessing from God, man. It's all been building up and the hard work is paying off, but I think it's more so a reflection of the unit that we have on the defensive line and, on the back end, man. Although one guy may get the shine, it's all a group effort.
Isaiah, what are some ways that Coach Baker has schemed up pressure for you, both for you specifically and for the pass rush as a whole this year?
I think it's more so just I'm just happen to be the person in the scheme. You know what I'm saying? He's had a great scheme for us as a defense, and many of us have made plays, in our scheme, man, and I was just happen to be the one to make them this past week.
So how good does it feel to, string a couple wins in a row together here?
It feels real good. The vibe in the locker room is improving, man, and for us to keep that momentum going is really important for us, bringing energy, bringing some intensity, and just, be fired up on game day.
Isaiah, pass rush was a major focus, but you also limited Marshawn Lloyd to just 30 yards. What was kind of working with the run defense on Saturday?
Just doing our job, we're in the SEC, and a lot of people run the ball. That's the main vocal point for a lot of offenses. So for our job, we know that we have to stop the run, and that's what we did Saturday, and it paid off.
Can you talk anything about that?
Man, Tez gave a fired up, emotional, passionate speech about just going out there and laying your body on the line. Just giving your all on the field and not having no regrets, and it showed.
Coach Ring was saying earlier today that Coach Baker kept a lot of the same call and terminology that you guys had last year. What has that meant, and how's that helped you guys accelerate the improvement in the defense?
I think it just helped us, picked up off where we left off last year. We were playing at a very high level, fast, physical. We were real. We had real good tenacity last year, and to keep those same terminologies for us as a defense, and for people coming in, we were able to help them get caught up to speed for that.
You've played Kentucky a few times. What stands out about when you think of having to play against that offense?
They're gonna want to run the ball. I think that's the main identity of their offense, to establish the run and build off of that. So in my times of playing them, it's definitely been the run. So stop the run. Like I said, just do our job, and we're gonna reap the rewards.
They're coming off of a tough game. Do you guys have to assume they're going to bounce back? I mean, is it you have to guard against thinking that they're not as good this year?
No, it's not even that. It's just keeping the same hunger and humbleness for us as a team, and going out doing what we know we need to do in order to succeed.
Has there been a change over the last few weeks? They've seen you rack up all these tackles for loss and sacks?
Nah, just being consistent, how I work and, how I approach things, whether it's on the field or in the film room, talking over with my coach, Coach Peoples. And like I said, just learn different things and small, intricate details that can help me make plays.
It's a couple of years in a row that you've had a pretty big game against South Carolina. Got a grudge against them?
Columbia versus Columbia, man. It brings the best out of you.
Okay.
God bless y'all.
Martez, what'd you tell the team before the game on Saturday?
Just kind of, told them what was on my heart, just about how I kind of took it the respect route. We aren't very respected in this conference, and I just used that to, our advantage in a lot of ways, and just kind of let it fire under the guys and, just preach to them to play with no fear. You know what I mean? I feel like when you do that and you have nothing to fear, then you can truly play how you're supposed to play. So that was kind of my message to them. I was so in the moment, and I didn't prep it, so I couldn't really quote it, you know what I mean? But that was kind of the gist of it.
You guys may have earned some respect with that.
No, I don't. I think that we'll have to win SEC championship before we'll get respect, because nobody ever thinks about the small wins. So we just worried about Kentucky right now.
Your celebration, your sandstorm, was that planned, or is that more impromptu too?
All right, I'm not gonna lie. That might have been planned, but Yeah, that was a little plan. I didn't really think it would get the backlash it did, but I was just having fun and I did it, and I don't regret it.
Like a social media backlash or?
Yeah, just a lot of people didn't know what I was doing, but the people who get it got it. If you know, you know type.
Some people seem to think you took Rattler's towel. That was your
Yeah,
towel, right?
yeah. So let's talk about that actually. So yeah, I saw somebody said I took Rattler's towel, and you can see me in the video reach for my towel, and then as someone else said, like I was disrespecting cheerleaders. Like what? Like that's never been me. I think people are just upset about the loss. So yeah, whatever.
How does it, Isaiah was just talking about the team morale,
Mhm.
and you said before the bye week that kind of a little shaky after those those tough losses. So do you agree with him? Is the morale being up?
Yeah, I do, but I feel like it's my job as a captain to make sure that we don't toot our own horn. There's a lot of people telling us how good our defense is, and it's one of the most special defenses since 2014. And we can't really buy into that. That's a big poison for us actually. So we just gotta keep going back to work like we're doing, and I feel like today we had a good practice, and we're gonna use that to play good on Saturday.
What were the kind of feelings and the confidence level amongst the defense just throughout a game in which the unit continued to dominate and also seemed to get better?
Yeah. Man, I just truly love our defense so much. Not even from a schematic standpoint, but just the guys that are on it. Like we just all just feed off each other's energy. You know what I mean? And nobody is envious of anybody's plays that are being made or anything. We just all, we know that success as a group is way more important than individual. You know what I mean? So we're just kind of all just happy for each other, and we're just really just brothers out there, and we know that we're not going to let our brother down by not doing our job. And when all 11 of us are doing our job, it's a special thing. So.
Martez, kind of building off of that, just speak a little bit of Dalen Carnell. He has that recovered fumble. What's it like seeing him have that success come like that?
Yeah, man, he is so gifted. He's better than I was my sophomore year. I'll say that. He's just kind of putting all the pieces together, and Coach Baker's doing a great job, and I'm trying to help where I can, just continue to develop him. I feel like he's going to do big things here at this school.
What are your conversations like during practices? What is something you're giving him, and what do you see for him?
Yeah, it's not really as much during practices. We kind of let each other practice, but Coach Baker likes to rotate a lot of guys on the defense. So, once I'm in and then he's going in, I'll be like, oh, okay, this is what I'm seeing. This is what you should expect. And then vice versa. Once he comes out and I'm back up again, then same thing there. So just kind of communicating with each other, and, we both making plays. So just want to share the love.
So how's it been the last couple of weeks being able to play a little bit more aggressively knowing you guys have a double-digit lead?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. Yeah, I feel like it takes a lot of unnecessary pressure off people, and just lets them play more free and more aggressive, as you said. I really like it a lot. Hopefully we can keep that up.
What's this Kentucky offense do well?
They do a lot of things well. They run the ball really well. They got probably a NFL talent running back and NFL talent quarterback and some linemen in there that are probably going to play at the next level. They're a really talented team. I don't like them enough to say what else. Sorry.
I think the SEC media days, you said you kind of look at them as
Yeah.
your rival or Mizzou rival.
Yeah.
Expand.
I would say my personal. I'm just excited for Saturday. I'll just say that. Excited for Saturday.
Martez, how do you feel like Coach Baker has done a good job kind of scheming up pressure specifically for you? I know you had the sack in the second round.
Yeah, he's super smart, and he uses his players to their advantages. He's doing a great job. Love him a lot. He's an awesome dude. As you guys, you guys get to talk to him, I think, every week, so you guys can tell that he's an awesome dude. And that's real genuine. That's not like player to coach talk, you know what I mean? Like, he's a lot of people on this team's favorite coach, so real true blessing to have around, and it's always awesome when you can play for somebody that you really like as a person too.
And then I know Coach Strickland said earlier today that like he kept a lot of the same call terminology around from last year to kind of get the process getting better. What does that has that meant to you guys? What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it helped us a lot in the off season. I would say it hasn't really played a big of effect now. Maybe it has. I don't know, but in the off season at least, we didn't have to start from scratch. We can kind of, in a way, pick up where we left off, but fix the errors. It's like revising a paper. You know what I mean? You got to fix the errors, but you're not starting from scratch. If that makes sense. So, yeah. Thank you, guys.
Darius Robinson at the podium. You can go with questions when you're ready.
Yes, how has it been the last couple of weeks to be able to play with the league, be able to do a little bit more different things, be a little bit more aggressive?
It's definitely been really fun. I think the defense, we've been doing our job like since the beginning of the season. So is offense. Like even though like who says he says she says, but they're doing a good job. And I think lately we're just playing to get together as a team. I think we're playing complementary football right now with the defense, offense, special teams. So as long as we can just keep it up and, continue to get better in practice each day.
Darius, what have you liked about playing next to Christian Williams with him at the nose and your tight?
I've definitely enjoyed it. Christian's very smart. He watches a lot of tape. Like I really found a guy that has a similar work ethic to me, so we're able to talk a lot of ideas off of just watching tape together. He plays extremely hard. He has good effort, and he's just a great teammate, and he knows what he's doing. And, we just have a lot of fun together. And these past few weeks, we've had a lot of fun together.
Guys, what is DJ Coleman's development been like throughout the season?
It's been awesome. Like DJ's a really good player, And he's just bought into the program and just wants to get better each day. And you see, like, he's making a lot of plays for us. And that's the thing. I always knew DJ was really talented. Our DN room is, like I said, I always thought our DN room was the most talented on the team. And I think, they're just showing out, but they've always been like that.
What have you seen on tape from this Kentucky offensive line?
I think they're a really good group that works together. I think they play hard on the play action scheme, 7-man pro on the pass protection, and they just work as a group. They have a really good quarterback, so they want to protect him and, be able to start the run game off with 24. He's a really good back as well. And I think they're a really good offense, and I'm ready to compete on Saturday.
Do you feel like Martez does as far as like you believe Kentucky is more of a rival than maybe Arkansas should be the other team?
I definitely believe so. I think I remember our freshman year we was down there, we lost. Sophomore year we won, junior year we lost. And it's just always that game is a physical game for all 4 quarters. That game goes down to the wire. Like I remember when I was on my recruiting visit, I remember the big play in the back of the end zone with DeMarcus Acey. And I just remember like the way they talked about that game, it's a rivalry game. It definitely is for us, and we got to do everything we can do to guarantee a win. Not AC, it was Tyree, I think. I just remember it was the back of the end zone. It was Tyree. It was either AC or Tyree. I remember it was the back of the end zone right here where the stadium is at. I remember that.
The physicality in Kentucky, you can always count on that. Like, is that a good, not that you guys need to be tested, but you find out just how tough physical you guys are when you face a team like that?
I think so. You definitely do, because at the end of the day, our goal is to let up as least amount of rush yards possible. But I think the main way is to facilitate it during practice. So when we're practicing, making sure we're going against scouts or going against the offense, being physical, so that on Saturday we're just playing our calls and just having fun, really.
How helpful is it for you guys defensively when the offense is putting together like 15-play, 96-yard drive like that?
No, it's definitely very helpful. We're able to get more rest and more adjustments and different things like that. But that's the thing. I don't want to make it a thing when like the offense are doing this. Like we're a team, regardless of how one side of the ball is playing. But we're definitely able to get more things done, like on the sideline, stuff like that. But we're playing good together as a team.
What do you remember from that game against Kentucky 2 years ago when they came here? You guys were only, defense was only on the field for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I remember that was like either 37 or 39 snaps. I remember I was hurt. I was coming off my ankle surgery. I remember I was on the sideline. I was turned. Larry Rountree had that big hit on the sideline, and that's when they was on our sideline. And I remember the offense just kept running the ball, and defense, we just kept getting stop after stop. And, obviously that was 2 years ago, and we still have something to prove on Saturday. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Like, this is a big game for us and a big moment, not because of who they are, it's just because it's us, and this is our week. And that's the whole thing Coach Drink's been saying. Like, this is all about us. Like, you don't need to make it about anybody else. And we just got to be excited and go ready to compete on Saturday. Yeah, it's a lot because nobody's taking a super high snaps more than anybody else. No matter, like, if you start on the twos or whatever situation is, everybody is getting snaps, so everybody's able to play fresh and play harder. And I just love how we just roll all day. So, like, if you're tired, you just go tag your brother in, and we just keep rolling. Like, you just keep shooting guys in, and we're just able to play so well as a unit right now. We just got to continue to play hard and have good energy and effort.
Feels like Realis is getting some more reps that's going to be making some more plays. What have you seen from him?
No, Realis is a great teammate. I remember when he first got here, coming out of JUCO, because he was a fullback turned D lineman, and I always told him that's a huge accomplishment. Like, no matter what happens or what anybody says, like, to be able to change positions, let alone in the SEC, like, I don't think a lot of people can do that, and I think a lot of people take that for granted. But Realis has worked really hard for our team. He knows where to be, and he just plays hard. And, like I said, like, he got that grind from being able to switch positions. So, like, his work ethic is there. But he's a great teammate, and he's been playing really well, and I'm glad he's on our team. All right, thank you.